Here is what I got going on right here. We need to fix this bathtub drain and this overflow tub spout. And here is the kit that I'm going to be using in case you want that. Fits all standard tub sizes. It's a push drain where you just push on it. And I got it there at Lowe's. Got some silicone. I've got this tool, which this tool goes inside this strainer and it tightens and loosens that. Simple little deal. You just put a screwdriver through it right here to tighten it and loosen it. I've got glue and cleaner, plumber's putty, and the kit. I've dry fit these together. These are not glued. I've just put it all together except for this straight piece. And then I've put this black ring around this piece. You can see at the bottom there towards my thumb, it is smaller than at the top. That's because this sits at an angle on the tub. You can see how that all is. It has these two screw holes right here, which these two screws screw into there. Here's the strainer. There's that tool for that, plumber's putty. And this one with the threads, takes this, sits on that. And all I'm gonna do is, as this is all just dry fitted, I'm gonna put this underneath the tub and dry fit it on there. See, there's the hole. It goes up against there with that black washer. And this is the back end, sweeping 90, or sweeping T going downwards. See, downwards, sweeping. And let me show you how we do this from the top. But before I do that, in here, before we get too far, there's some plastic on a lot of these tubs. This one did not have plastic, but you want to peel that plastic back, peel it off out from around this area, because you're going to have to get a seal right here. And in order to seal that pipe on there, it's going to have to be clean, and it's going to have to be free of all that plastic. Just dry fit, put this on there and stick it on from underneath the tub. Just like that. And then these threads go into there. Got to remove this piece and just get that piece. Okay, this is where you put your tool in here. Okay, and since we're just dry fitting this, so I've just barely got this down, just barely, and all that plastic's gone, and this is barely tightened down. Back on this side now, we've got that all tightened down. This goes down, and you see these all just come right apart if I want them to, just like that. But I'm gonna put them back together because we're dry fitting it for a cut here. And this straight piece of pipe will go in here like this. It should all go together like this. I'll have to cut it a little bit, it looks like. That'll go on there. You can see here, I did have to cut it a few times. I cut it in small segments, and I'm going to show you a mistake that I made along the way while I was cutting. I had to add in this little coupling right here and a little sliver, a little bit thicker than that of the pipe. I had to add a little piece in there to extend this pipe because I accidentally cut it too short, and then I had to go and correct myself. So, but anyway, here is the rubber piece, thick part on the top, thin part on the bottom. It 90s down with that long stretch. There's my coupling and my little extension, and the reason being is because this sweep right here, this needs to sweep down, and I had it sweeping up and it was cut all perfect and everything, but then I realized, oh wow, that was backwards. So this has to go sweeping down. From the water going down through here, comes out this drain and sweeps down into the sewer. And then this is the overflow. If the water fills up the tub all the way to the top, it'll go out this overflow and it'll go down out into the sewer drain, just like that. So this is what this all looks like. Those screws They go through the other side and they just go as long as they need to out the back. Now, what I'm gonna do is show you how to actually hook this all up for real. See, this is not, it'll move around as I need it to. Okay, now I have all these pieces and I'm taking them apart. These pieces, these extra things that I'm not gonna be gluing. I'm taking all that and I'm setting it aside for right now. Just like that. Okay, here goes it. I'm gonna take this all apart. And we're gonna start the cleaning. Clean this first. You just take it and swash it around in there. Go all around like that. Okay. Now, for the glue. Same thing. Get you some glue on there. Got that on there thick. I'm gonna put that in there and give it a quarter turn. Hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Make sure that it's going down like I didn't do last time. Do it like this and make sure. Make sure these are in a perfect line. Now that these pieces are together, we know this piece goes up here, and this piece with the threads and all goes down here. And let's dry fit these now. We'll just dry fit this, just like that. Put this piece back on. And I'm just doing this as a double precaution before I glue it all together. To me, it's actually going to be a faster job if I double check everything. Make sure this is all straight. Okay, there's that. You can see I've got glue and cleaner here, here, there. Nothing down here yet. These fittings are glued and cleaned down here, and that is still got a dry fit right here. So here on this side, we're looking good here still, and we're looking good down there still. Okay, so now I've got a couple of pieces down here. I've got my caulking gun ready. I've got all my pieces glued together. You've seen what everything looked like from the back side. Now we need to put this little rubber piece back on to here, and I'm going to go ahead and silicone that on there. I'm going to go all the way around the top here. Okay, and that is on there. And you want it to hang out off the edge just in case it drips. Okay, now I'm going to stick this on there. Just like that. Okay, go ahead and give it a little press. Just like so. Nothing too crazy. Now that that's on there, I am going to do the same thing above on this rubber piece up top. That's on there. We've got the thickest part at the top and the thinnest part at the bottom. And this piece is on here. Now I am going to set that aside And what I'm going to do here is show you how to get this ready. And remember, I'm going to tell you again, make sure the plastic is gone. Okay, here's the plumber's putty. You take your hands in there, take a good little strip out of there, something like that, and you roll it together in your hands, like this. Get you a good piece, like that. Make sure it goes all the way around this piece that goes inside the tub. And we don't need all that extra right there. So here's that. And all I'm gonna do is kind of press that in place, just like that. And I'm gonna give these threads some of this silicone because I have plenty. I'm not hard up for silicone. Generally, this stuff just goes in the trash because I don't do a tub every day. This stuff dries up over time and you can't use it, so I'm going to use it on everything that I want to. So there's that. And now what I'm going to do is take this piece, and I'm going to be screwing this piece into that piece from the bottom. And I'm going to get this table out of the way. And the reason I did that is because you don't want to get this stuff all over everything. So here we go. Okay. Okay, now that's on there pretty good. You're going to want a screwdriver. Right there. It's not moving very easily. It's in there good. Now this top part up here, we're going to take this piece. We're going to leave that down there for right now. This piece is going to go in here. Okay, take one screw out. Okay, got that started on there. Take my drill. That's on there pretty tight. You don't have to get this mega tight because you don't want to break your tub. Just get it on there snug. It's on there pretty snug, but it's not on there too tight. And now if that water comes up, it'll go up in there and go down my overflow. I've got silicone on everything. I'll show you this backside one more time. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cleaning. If it's helpful in any way, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you like home improvement channels and little tricks and tips here and there. I'm making videos on all kinds of stuff. Here it is right here. You can see that stuff squishing out the back end right here. These screws have pulled in tightly. I've got everything glued, everything cleaned, everything sweeping downhill. Here's the 90 from underneath. You can see there's my rubber piece, and there is the silicone squishing out of there too. We have plenty of silicone inside this adapter here. That tool tightened that down good and tight, and I cleaned off all the excess and we removed all the plastics. That way that everything here looks good, everything is ready to go. The overflow, you can see on the underside, has a little slit in it, and if the tub fills up, it will drain out. Okay, the last thing here is open, close. Let's close the deal, Jill. Or Bill. all you're going to do is screw that down to right there, and see, it goes down and locks. Push it again, it pops up. Gotta push it pretty hard. You push it with your toe in the shower, and then push it down again. Okay, there is the bathtub, and you can see the drain. That's the overflow and the drain connection, and it goes down underneath the floor. But I'm going to show you, this is a time warp. I've got the bathtub surround in, I've got the bathtub in. Here's the kits looking nice. I'm about to make a video on how I drill all these holes and get the shower head and all that stuff going on in here. But these are level, and I've got a whole video on how I set this and leveled this tub, so you gotta have to check that video out if you're curious about that. But anyway, let's see what the guys are doing down now. Here. Hey, down now, what are you doing?
I need this hooked up ASAP.
So let's get in there. To that pipe over there. So I'm gonna crawl back in down through there. I'm under here, under the house, you can see. Let me get you set up here. So this right here, I put a little fitting on. It drops down the tub right here. I put a little fitting that sweeps around, and it's just gonna drop right down in here. Right here is the main sewer, and I have a video on how I hooked all this up to right here. So go check out that video to get it from 2" down to 1.5" right here. All I'm doing is putting this piece and this piece in. I'm about to glue them in right now, and then I'll bring you in closer to take a better look. That drain, that white one coming over from there, 9 down over into this 3" is my vanity. That 3" one back there going up into the floor is my toilet. The one right behind it is the vent pipe that vents all this. And this one coming to the right and sweeping around towards me is angled downwards, you see, and I got a video on this. Comes over into a P-trap from a 3" to a 2", going down into a 2" P-trap with that twist off piece over there. Comes up, coupling, reduces down to 1.5" right here. Goes up with 2 little fittings. There is the tub drain, and the one going straight up is the overflow. The overflow is coming down, tub drain's coming over. They sweep around over into this, and I've got a video on all this. Go ahead and like this video if it was helpful in any way. Subscribe to my channel if you like home improvement videos. And I'm gonna try to crawl out of here. I'm right up against the wall here, and it's pretty tight with all the pipes and such. You got to crawl right over the sewer line, and I do stink. It's smelly down here. So anyway, if this was helpful, you know what to do. It's all the way inside to here. Okay, you can hear the water. It's on full throttle, no leaks. That easy.